what are all the things you have understood at the end of this lesson. So after completion of this lesson, you will come to know about formation, properties and the uses of acids, bases and very happy morning children. I welcome you all for the chemistry session part 1 unit 14 acids, bases and salts. So at first we will see the learning objectives. So what are all the things you have understood at the end of this lesson. So after completion of this lesson you will come to know about the formation, properties and uses of acids, bases and salts. And you will know about the importance of acid, bases and salts in our daily life. Then you would have understood how to identify the nature of a solution by using indicators and pH paper, and you will know the strength of acid or base solutions, and you will know to define the pH scale and explain the significance of pH in everyday life. And then you will know about aqua regia and its properties. So now we will get into the lesson. So what is the name of the lesson? Acids, bases and salts. Do you have any idea about it? Acid, bases and salts. So I think you will get an idea by seeing this picture. See, the first solution in the beaker is HCl. HCl means hydrochloric acid. HCl means hydrochloric acid. So what is hydrochloric acid? What are the elements present here? H and Cl minus. H plus and Cl minus. So this is acid. The first one in the beaker is the acid. Then the second one is NaOH, that is sodium hydroxide. So the elements here are Na plus and OH minus. So this is an example for base, and this is sodium chloride. NaCl means sodium chloride, that is Na plus and Cl minus. You have Na plus and Cl minus. So this is an example for salt. So HCl is an example for acid, NaOH is an example for base, and NaCl, that is sodium chloride, is an example for salt. Do you get any idea by seeing this example? You will get an idea. Now you will get an idea about this acid, bases and salts. See the explanation or the definition for acid. It is a compound which is capable of forming hydrogen ions, H plus ions. So this is what we saw in that picture, H plus ions in aqueous solution. So what is aqueous solution? A solution which is dissolved by a solvent, that is by water. For example, like sugar solution or salt solution. So these solutions are called as aqueous solution. Okay, so what is acid? Acid will mainly contain H plus ions. Acid will mainly contain H plus ions. Such compounds are called as acid. Okay, then the second one is base. So what is base? It forms hydroxyl ions, that is OH minus ion. This is what we saw in that picture. It forms hydroxyl ions, OH minus in the solution, which gets dissolved in the solution. Okay, then the third one is salt. So what is salt? Salt, when an acid and a base react with each other, a neutral product is formed. When the salt and the acid react with each other, a neutral product, that is plus or minus. So acid has H plus ion and base has OH minus ion, whereas this salt doesn't have any charged elements. Okay, so it gets a neutral product when the acid and base combine together. So such type of product is called as salt. Okay. So now we will see some examples or sources of acids. We call it as sources of acids. Okay, so acids are chemicals are very important in our day-to-day life. As how we have seen, atoms and molecules are very important for our living life. As such, chemicals also play a very important role. Okay, so out of such chemicals, acid, bases and salts are mostly used in everyday life. So see, what are the things that we use daily which consist of acids, bases and salts? So the acid, bases and salts. So the apple, you have malic acid in apple, and in tomato you have oxalic acid, and ant produces formic acid. Then milk has lactic acid, and grapes has tartaric acid. So these are the items, small things that we use in our day to day life. Okay, these are the examples and the acids present in the things that we use in our day to day life. So it is given in the tabular column in page number 163, the tabular column 14.1. So acid and its source. See, sources and acid present are explained and given in the tabular column. Apple has malic acid, lemon acid, curd lactic acid, orange ascorbic acid, tea tannic acid, stomach juice hydrochloric acid, ant and bee contains formic acid. So according to Arrhenius theory, an acid is a substance which furnishes H plus ions or H3O plus ions in aqueous solution. So they contain one or more replaceable hydrogen atoms. So for example, hydrogen chloride, that is HCl, H plus and Cl minus ions in water. So here you can see only one hydrogen replaceable atom. Okay. So such type of acids which has replaceable atoms are called as acids. So here you can see another example, H plus and H2O gives H3O plus ions. So here you have 3 atoms of hydrogen which gets replaced. And again in the tabular column 14.2, in the same page you can see ions formed by acids. Ions formed by acids. So acid, acetic acid, CH3COOH. The formula for acetic acid is CH3COOH. The ions formed here are H plus. This is the last one, H. So that has to be get separated. So that gets replaced. So that is given here. H plus CH3COO, and the replaceable hydrogen atom is only one. Formic acid formula is HCOOH. So the last H gets replaced. So H plus and HCOO. So one replaceable hydrogen atom. Nitric acid HNO3. So H is one replaceable hydrogen atom and NO3. So you have only one hydrogen replaceable atom. Then sulfuric acid H2SO4. So here you have 2 H's and SO4 2 minus get separated. So you have 2 hydrogen replaceable atoms. H3PO4 phosphoric acid, 3 hydrogen atoms get replaced and PO4 3 minus. Okay, the replaceable atom is 3 here. So now we will pass on to the next topic, classification of acids. So this is classification of acids. So this is a small mind map for you all to get the basicity and their sources etc. to register in your mind so easily. Okay, so listen carefully. Classification of acids. So you have 4 types of classification. The first one is based on their sources, then second one is based on their basicity, third one is based on ionization, and fourth one is based on concentration. See here, based on the sources itself has 2 types. So one is organic acid and another one is inorganic acid. So what are the classifications? First one is based on the source, and that has 2 types of acids, organic acid and inorganic acid. So what is organic? Naturally organic acid means it is prepared by naturally. The acid that is present naturally are called as organic acids. Okay, so the example is CHOOH, that is formic acid, and CH3COOH is acetic acid. The second one is inorganic acid, that is it is prepared with the help of other chemicals. So the example is hydrochloric acid HCl, then HNO3 nitric acid, and H2SO4 is sulfuric acid. Then the second type is based on their basicity. You are classifying the acids based on their basicity. So here you have three classifications when it comes under acid comes under basicity. So that is monobasic, dibasic and tribasic. So monobasic, mono means single, actually mono means single. So that is the hydrogen atom, the number of hydrogen atom getting replaced during the chemical reaction. So such type of acids comes under monobasic. Okay, so the example is HCl. So you have one H here. The other example is HNO3, nitric acid. Here also you have only one H. So these two comes under monobasic. The second one is dibasic. Di means two. Okay, so the number of hydrogen replaceable atoms, that is if two number of hydrogen gets replaced, then those acids comes under dibasic. The example is H2SO4, that is sulfuric acid, and H2CO3 is carbonic acid. So here you can see H, you can see the suffix 2 near H. Okay, so that indicates two hydrogen atoms in H2SO4 as well as in H2CO3. Then tribasic. Tri means three hydrogen atoms replaced during the chemical reaction. Such acids are called as tribasic. An example is H3PO4, phosphoric acid. Okay, so then the third one is the acid classified based on ionization. So there are two acids when it comes under ionization. One is strong acid and another one is weak acid. Strong acid means the solvent amount will be less, whereas the acid amount will be larger. Okay, such type of acids is called as, that is the dissolvable amount of acid is more in number than the solvent. So such type of acids are called as strong acids, and example is HCl, hydrochloric acid. And the weak acid means the solvent level will be more than the acid. Such type of, that is the acid will get diluted by larger amount of water. That is why it is called as weak acids, and the example is CH3COOH, that is acetic acid. Then the last fourth classification is based on concentration. So here you have only two types, concentrated acid and dilute acid. Here also it is same. Okay, concentrated means you have, it has large amount of acid dissolved in a solvent, whereas in dilute it has smaller amount of acid dissolved in solvent. Whereas in strong acids and weak acids, you can, instead of dissolving, putting the word dissolving, you can call it as ionize. Okay, which ionize completely in water is called as strong acid, whereas in weak acid the ionization is partial in water. Is that clear, children? So these are the classifications of acids. So what are the classifications? You have four classifications based on their sources, based on their basicity, based on ionization, and based on concentration. So based on the sources you have organic acid and inorganic acid. Based on their basicity you have monobasic, dibasic and tribasic. And based on ionization you have strong acids and weak acids. Whereas based on concentration you have concentrated acid and dilute acid. So now we will see the properties of acids. So the first one is they have sour taste. Okay, the sour taste, they have sour taste. Their aqueous solution conduct electricity since they contain ions. So naturally it has H plus and Cl minus ions. If you call it as H plus and Cl minus ions, you have plus sign and a negative sign. So that solution will conduct electricity as it has ions within it. Then acid turn blue litmus red. Whenever you keep litmus paper in acid, it will turn into blue. Acid react with active metals to give hydrogen gas. So acid, this is acid, H2SO4, sulfuric acid, reacts with the magnesium. It is a metal. Okay, so you will get magnesium sulfate plus hydrogen. So this upward arrow mark indicates that this is a gas. This upward arrow mark indicates that this is a gas. Always keep it in mind. Upward arrow mark always indicates the substance is a gas. Okay, then the second example is HCl, hydrochloric acid, when combines with zinc. So here the metals we are using is magnesium and zinc. So when it combines with zinc, you will get zinc chloride, ZnCl2 plus hydrogen. So the gas emitted out is hydrogen. So whenever acid reacts with active metals, it will give hydrogen gas. Then the next one is acid react with metal carbonate and metal hydrogen carbonate to give carbon dioxide. So CO2 is the formula for carbon dioxide. Say Na2CO3, sodium carbonate plus HCl when combines with hydrochloric acid gives sodium chloride plus water plus carbon dioxide gas. Then again in the next example, this is sodium bicarbonate. The formula for sodium bicarbonate is NaHCO3. When combines with hydrochloric acid, it gives sodium chloride plus water plus carbon dioxide, which is a gas. Okay. So then the next one, the example for the reaction of the acids with the salt and water. The salt and the water is acids react with metallic oxides to give salt and water. Acids react with metallic oxides to give salt and water. CaO, calcium oxide plus sulfuric acid gives CaSO4, calcium sulfate plus water. Acid reacts with bases. So when acid react with metallic oxide, it gives salt. CaSO4, calcium sulfate is a salt. And then water. The second one, acid react with bases to give salt and water. So when react with metallic oxides also, it gives salt. When acid react with the bases also, it gives salt. So HCl, hydrochloric acid, NaOH, sodium hydroxide. So this is metallic oxide. CaO is metallic oxide and NaOH is the example for base. If it is asked in 1 mark or 2 mark, or to write any equation of an acid when it combines with base, you can write this formula NaOH and you can write the equation. So sodium chloride, this Na gets combined with this Cl. Okay, sodium chloride and H2O. These are the products. So these are the reactant and these are the product. And next we will see very important brief question, 5 mark question, uses of acids. Uses of acids. So the first one is sulfuric acid is called king of chemicals because it is used in the preparation of many other compounds. It is used in car batteries also. So using the sulfuric acid only, many other number of organic acids are prepared. Okay, many other number of acids are also used in the preparation of many other compounds. So hence sulfuric acid are used widely in the chemical laboratory for the preparation of other compounds. So that is why it is called as king of chemicals and it is also used in car batteries. And second one is hydrochloric acid is used as a cleansing agent in toilets. The solution whatever we use to clean the toilets. So each compound contains this hydrochloric acid. The citric acid is used in the preparation of effervescent salts and as a food preservative. So citric acid, orange contains citric acid, lemon, oranges and all will contain citric acid. So this citric acid is used in the preparation of effervescent salts, that is smelly salts, and also it acts as a food preservative which preserves the food. The citric acid preserves the food. Okay. The nitric acid is used in the manufacture of fertilizers, dyes, paints and drugs. Oxalic acid is used to clean iron and manganese deposits from quartz crystals. It is also used as bleach for wood and removing black stains. And carbonic acid is used in aerated drinks. The gas that is present in the drinks like Pepsi, Coca-Cola, and when you open the bottle, you can see the gas emits out along with the drinks. Okay, so the gas present in that solution in the drinks are carbonic acid and the gas present is carbon dioxide. Okay, and the acid present is carbonic acid. The tartaric acid is a constituent of baking soda or baking powder. So what the baking powder we use to bake in the bread industries. baking powder is used. Okay, so the acid present in the baking powder is tartaric acid. And the next we will see about aqua regia. So what is aqua regia? The term aqua regia is a Latin phrase meaning king's water. Aqua regia means king's water. So what is aqua regia? It is king's water. The name reflects the ability of aqua regia to dissolve the noble metals such as gold, platinum and palladium. Gold, platinum and palladium. So what is aqua regia? Aqua regia is nothing but king's water, and it helps to dissolve the noble metals such as gold, platinum and palladium. Okay, so we'll see what is aqua regia in brief here. So we know that metals like gold, silver are not reactive with either hydrochloric acid or nitric acid, but it can be dissolved by two acids. Okay, so the mixture of these two acids is called as aqua regia. The mixture of two acids are called as aqua regia. That is why it is called as king's water. So it is a mixture of hydrochloric acid and nitric acid. So what is aqua regia? It is a mixture of hydrochloric acid and nitric acid. Hydrochloric acid and nitric acid in the ratio, molar ratio 3:1. It is a yellow orange fuming liquid. What is fume? Smoke. Okay, a small amount of smoke will emit when these two acids combine together, and the fume will be in the color yellow orange. So it is highly corrosive liquid, that is it can destroy when it is spread over some of the metals, which can be able to attack gold and other substances. So it is a corrosive liquid, can able to attack gold and other substances. So which is the solution which helps to, which is the acid which helps to dissolve this gold and other substances? That is called as aqua regia. Aqua regia is nothing but mixture of hydrochloric acid and nitric acid. Okay, in other words, in Latin it is called as king's water, which helps to dissolve gold, platinum and palladium. The chemical formula is 3HCl HNO3. Okay, solubility in water, miscible in water, very smallly, a very smaller amount of the solution will get dissolved in water. The melting point is minus 42 degree Celsius. In Fahrenheit it is minus 44 degree Fahrenheit, and in Kelvin it is 231 Kelvin. The boiling point is 108 degree Celsius, 226 degree Fahrenheit and 381 Kelvin. Now we will see the tabular column. The ions formed by bases in water. So bases, molecular formula and ions formed, and the number of replaceable hydrogen ion. The calcium oxide CaO, CaO2 1, and sodium oxide, potassium hydroxide, calcium hydroxide. So the hydrogen ions which get replaced are 1, 1, 1, 2 and 3. 1, 1, 1, 2 and 3. In calcium oxide, one replaceable hydrogen atom, sodium and potassium. Calcium, sodium and potassium oxides, only one replaceable hydrogen atoms are there, whereas in calcium hydroxide there are two replaceable hydrogen atoms, whereas in aluminum hydroxide there are three replaceable hydrogen atoms. So now we will see what are the uses of this aqua regia. What are the uses of this aqua regia? So it is used chiefly to dissolve metals such as gold and platinum. So that only we discussed now. So it is also used for cleaning and refining gold. To clean gold as well as to refine gold, this aqua regia solution is used. Okay, so this is about acids. So far we have discussed about acids. Okay, then now we will see bases. So what are bases? If there is a presence of OH minus ion, we call that as base. Okay, so according to Arrhenius theory, base are substances that ionize in water to form hydroxyl ions, that is OH minus ions. And see the solution, the equation here, base plus acid gives salt plus water. So example, zinc oxide which reacts with the hydrochloric acid gives zinc chloride and water. zinc chloride and water. So the equation is given below. And another one more example, sodium hydroxide plus gives Na plus and OH minus ions. So bases contains one or more replaceable oxide or hydroxyl ions in solution. So acid has only one replaceable hydrogen atom, whereas bases contains one or more replaceable oxide or hydroxyl ion, isn't it? OH minus ion. The bases will have OH minus ions. Okay, whereas acid has only hydrogen ions, whereas bases will have oxide. We call it as hydroxyl ions or oxide ions. So we call this NaOH as sodium hydroxide. Okay, so this OH is hydroxyl ion. So this is briefly given down. That was the example tabular column we saw. Now we will see classification of bases. So we will see this classification of bases in the next session. So before that, at the book back, you have fill in, choose, answer, briefly, answer in detail. Okay, so fill in, choose, answer briefly and detailed answers at the book back. You can try to find the answers for fill in, choose, if we covered the questions whatever given here, and brief answers. First question you can answer, I think. Classify the various types of acids based on their sources, and you can also go through, read out the answer for write any 4 uses of acids. Okay, so these two you can we have covered. Then aqua regia, what are the various uses of aqua regia? So these 3, first question, second question and fourth question. I want you all to go through the answers for these 3 questions immediately after the end of this session. Okay children, thank you.